What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Like always, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I just want to do a quick review, couple of minutes to take out of my day, and hopefully your day too, and I hope you're enjoying these videos. I want to talk about Money, Sex, and Power by Richard Foster. This is a great Christian read. I highly recommend if you're a single Christian, married Christian, no matter where you're at in your journey, this one is definitely something you should pick up. It's a little outdated, yes, but I mean, the things he talks about still resonates for today. But this book follows just different things, a little bit of insights. I got a little bit of notes here just to go over. He challenged us to ask, do I spend money to comfort myself instead of turning to God? I mean, we all do that. I'm guilty of it with my book buying already. Does my identity rely on what I own? No. I could say for sure I don't care about anything like that. I'm existing. I'm taking care of my family. What can you say? Let me know in the comments. And where am I investing? Not just financially, but spiritually. Well, since I'm poor, it's mostly spiritually because I have no financials. The sexual part of the book does really a good job. I don't know. I can't speak for the single people walking in the faith, but as far as marriage goes, he does an amazing job about, because you get a lot of back and forth with what people think about sex and marriage. But I had it saved, but my marker fell out, I guess. What he says is amazing here because he's frankly, sex and marriage should be a voluptuous experience. It is a gift to celebrate, excellent in every way. So, and then he gives a little bit, he gives a piece of scripture. Eat, O friends, and drink deeply, O lovers. Song of Solomon, that's just a piece of it. And those who try to limit sex procreation are simply ignoring the Bible. Because scripture has a lot of, the married couples, there's a lot of sexual stuff going on. Frequency of sex and variations of sexual technique simply are not moral issues, except in the sense of consideration for one another. In other words, married couples are free in the Lord to do whatever is mutually satisfying and contributes to their relationship. So that was just blew my mind when I got to it. And then a part in the power section of the book, really, service means saying no to the power games of modern society. We refute the voices that say it's okay to be greedy. It's okay to look out for number one, yourself. It's okay to be Machiavellian, and I had to look that up. And it's always okay to be rich. We reject the use of power to dominate and manipulate. We discard the symbols of power and prestige that are used to intimidate others. Service means saying yes to true power harnessed for the good of all. So don't let society get in your head. That's the biggest thing I took from this book for me personally was the sexuality and marriage, and then the power thing, because it kind of delves into like a pride idea. What are you too proud to be, and things like that. And then you just got to ask yourself, do we use our power to serve others or to control them? How do you act? It Power, and he goes over power that dominates and power that empowers, power that fears losing control, power that gives life. So there's lots of things he goes over in the book, and I highly recommend it. I think you should definitely give the book a shot, and you're definitely going to walk away asking, am I ruled by money or do I use it freely? Do I treat sex as a sacred bond or just a personal craving? Because we live in the modern times where immorality is just on everybody's mind. Nobody can get past it. Basically, everything you look at is almost basically porn now. It's insane. Once you step outside of the box that is society, you start to realize how messed up in the head we all are, or some of us, we could say, were. And then, do I use my power to help others or to protect myself? I feel like I'm a powerless person, so I don't. Besides the passage in the thing, that question right there, it's a question I'm gonna have to search for the answer over the years. But that's the review, guys. If I had to give it a rating, I'd say 8 out of 10. I love this book. I'll probably read it when I'm an old man and check it out again. It's definitely a challenging read, but it's also super helpful. And Foster never says try harder. He says freedom comes through spiritual habits like prayer, accountability, simplicity, and humility. So I hope y'all give it a shot. Check it out. It was very cheap. I picked it up for like $2. Later.